All right, I'm getting back to doing the chicken coop. I was gone all day. It's basically supper time now. Well, it's like 4:30-ish or something like that. Hey Ash, what time is it? 4:30. Okay, it's 4:30 right now. I was looking for doors. So this is one. That's going to be the interior door. It's got a screen on it right now, but you can interchange it with a glass panel. And I think I will change out the screen when we want it to be a screen. I don't know why we would want it to be glass or screen or whatever necessarily, but I think I will change the screen with hardware cloth just because it's a lot stronger. Now our exterior door is actually this door, which is an interior door, but it's solid wood, so it'll work perfect for an exterior door. This is not something you'd want to put on your house as an exterior door because you could easily break this glass, but let's look inside. So I haven't uploaded the last episode, but it has been a couple days, and the paint so far has held up. Basically what we used was our leftover house paint that we had used. It's like a paint and primer in one sort of thing. In our house we primed everything and then used this paint elsewhere, and I believe this was the ceiling paint. And it's holding up nice. We were worried that it wouldn't adhere nicely, but it has, and I think it looks good. It's nice and bright in here, so that's a plus. We did all the trim basically on the parts that we wanted to get done. I just have to fill the holes and stuff and then touch up paint there. We didn't do the trim around here because I'm going to do a removable or hinged frame with hardware cloth on here, just so that the birds can't wreck the screen here. I mean, this is a window, but there's a screen behind it, so if we have it open, we don't want them wrecking it or whatever. Also, we don't want them sitting up here and getting their crap all over it, but we do want to be able to open the window and clean their feathers and dust and whatever off of here. I had gotten a bunch of 1x4 for the windows and other trim, and then realized I had a whole bunch of 1x4 baseboard in my garage, so then I started using that. So some of it is painted 1x4 and some of it is pre-painted 1x4 baseboard. Everything is worked out. Maybe I should have put this in the last video, although I haven't even started editing it. I guess I still could, but it seemed like it was getting long. Doesn't matter. This is our perch sandbox, I guess you'd call it, litter catcher. So this is going to be filled with sand. This is where they sit on. It's nice and wide so that in the wintertime they won't frostbite off their feet. Oftentimes, I guess, when their feet go over the perch thing, that their stick or branch or whatever, it'll screw them up. So what we wanted to do is be pretty organic and use like a tree branch, but for now we're going to use this because we want them to not be able to wrap their feet around it and get their toes damaged from the cold. Then of course we have the run thing here, and then over here we have everything is still work in progress sort of thing, and that reason is because we're not sure exactly just yet. We have to do a little bit more brainstorming of how we're going to do the hospital pen or the recuperation pen, and the other thing was we're going to put a ladder here, but we're also I still have to do the boxes, the nesting boxes. So yeah, I'll probably start building that today. The day is basically over for light. Last time we worked into the dark, we brought in my sanding light from drywall, and that helped a lot, but I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that tonight or not. There's a hockey game on tonight, so I want to watch that. Maybe here's a little update. Since the last video, we lost the 5th game. No, we lost the 6th game, sorry. So our streak was killed, but hopefully tonight we start winning again. All right, I'm going to start with the nest boxes and then we'll go from there. This has already gone on far too long. Just wanted to give you an update. Let's do this. Done. And as you can see, as I said, light wasn't going to last very much longer, and it's getting pretty dark. Last moments of light out. What do they call that? Blue hour, if you're a photographer or whoever else calls it that. Maybe that's just what it's called. I don't know. But this is the nesting box. So it still needs to be painted. This is some baseboard that I used and some more baseboard. This part comes out to make it easy to clean. Like if you leave your screws in there, you can just wipe that all off. It's just so that the shavings and stuff that are in here, you can easily just wipe it out into the rubbish can or whatever we're gonna use. I don't know. Ashley just requested that this part be removable, so I just made it friction fit. It should be strong enough that the chickens can't whack it out. If they are able to, then I'll try to figure out a different way to fasten it. And then normally, at least on all the chicken nesting boxes that I've seen, the doorway, if you're going to have one on the back, is here. But we plan to have maybe a bench here, not a bench, but more so a table, like a workbench, I guess. And so it's going to be underneath this sill, and it's going to come to about here or so. So on top of that, we have this that opens up. It hinges just on a couple screws, and if that fails, I'll have to figure out a better way to do that. But yeah, that's pretty nice, I think. Nice way to get the eggs out of there. And that way we can still have all of underneath the bench storage. Now I'll have to figure out a way that I can make it easy to get on top of the bench and then up this ladder that we're going to build to get up onto the top mezzanine level, which shouldn't be that big of a deal. I also want to, just in case we decide we need more nest boxes, be able to add some more underneath, because we only plan on getting 10 maximum, not even that many, maybe, I don't know, it all depends. And you only need a couple nesting boxes for like 4 or 5 birds. So as long as they're not going to be fighting over it, we're not going to worry about it. But we just, yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. For now, we just have 2. And since it's almost time, I'm going to head inside and start getting ready for the game, you know? Go Oilers. All right, I'm going to get back to this tomorrow and hope, whoa, this looks very blue. See what I mean by blue hour? That it almost looks like there's a filter, except for my shirt still looks orange. Ooh, that looks weird. It just popped. Yeah, so yeah, gonna get back at it tomorrow and see how much I can get done in terms of completion, I guess. This might be the last time we work on it. There's still a few things we gotta do that, I don't know. It might be an ongoing project, who knows? We'll see. Good boy. All right, so we won. What was it? 5-1 or 5-2 or something like that. I don't really remember because today is not tomorrow. Yesterday I actually went and hung out with my buddy Chris, helped him out a bit, and did some art stuff. That was in the last vlog, so if you want to know what that's all about, go check that out. Today, 2 days later, I'm heading back out to get busy on the coop. I don't have much time today because there's another game today and I have some errands to do regarding my art. Gonna get some of those rooster prints that were ordered. If you follow my Instagram, you can take a look at that, or this picture right here. But today in the coop, what I'm hoping to get done is the wire and stuff on this partition wall, and hopefully put the door in and maybe put this door in. I'm not sure how far I'll get because it's already late in the day because I had other things to do. Plus I'm uploading the last chicken coop video right now, and that took forever because there was issues. If you're following closely along, you know what that's all about. But anyways, what do you guys think about reclaiming old hardware cloth that was used in my mom's garden? So you can see here that it still has like some leaves and stuff on it, some vines and stuff from her peas. My mom and my brother Mike had a garden together. If you've been following the vlog for a while, you will have seen me. I went there for something, I can't remember what. But anyways, I went there and it gave me the idea. Their potato cellar that was there gave me an idea to do an underground shed in this area somewhere here because the garden's going to be here. Anyways, now that the hardware is done, or the hardware cloth or whatever you call it is done, I'm going to focus on this area in here, but I have to go get more material, so I'll probably have to wait and do this tomorrow because I thought I had more 1x6, which is what I was using for the baseboards and stuff here, but I don't have any more left. I thought I bought enough, but I don't know, I miscounted or something, or I misplaced it somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna go grab some of that, then I'll paint it white, slap it on, and then I'll probably think about doing the bench thing in this area. I don't know, there's a lot to do. We have a little bit of white paint left. Obviously the floor is not gonna stay white, but that's whatever, that's fine. I don't really care about that. It's gonna be covered in shavings anyways. And the back. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna place the door in. So the door is a little less than 30 inches and the space I have is 29 inches. The rough framing, it's a little off here and there, but the smallest measurement is 29 inches. So what I have to do is just cut off an inch. So I'm going to cut off half an inch from each side, and before I do that I'm going to take the hardware off because I'm going to reuse it and I want to put it in the same spot. So I'm going to take off the hinges and then this little latch, which doesn't have a thingy majig here. It's just the handle itself. So I actually don't necessarily need that, so I'm not sure if I'm going to put it back on or not. We'll see. And then you have something that looks like that. And I did end up putting the hardware back on. It has this little bit of play in it, which accepts a latch. Or that probably didn't make sense, but so I may make a latch here somehow where it'll, I don't know how exactly I would do that because it's on the wrong side for it to work like that, but I wanted the door to open this way because this door out here is going to open the same way and I just wanted it to match. But we may just do like outhouse style latch right here and then just keep it classic, you know, classic and classy, but I like it. Ashley's here painting the rest of this box here, and she also painted the inside of it, so it's looking pretty good. She didn't paint the upside yet, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. So having the enclosure in, I don't know, I like it. So the game's starting soon, so I'm not sure how much more we're gonna do, but I still gotta make the cage for here, which I'm gonna incorporate into the trim and then find a way to fix it to the wall. And then I'm still gonna make that little crate there, hospital coop, and then the table on this side as well. Oh, and the ramps, Ashley just said. So a little ramp to get onto here. One of our, what kind of chicken is it? Cochin chickens. She's a really big girl, and so jumping down from this height and stuff could potentially hurt her. So and plus it's easier for them to walk up the ramps anyway. So I got to make a ramp. Also got to make ramps for going outside and stuff. So there's a little bit left to do still. Going to use a piece of scrap plywood here for the little latch thingy because then I can screw through it without pre-drilling because of all the laminations hold together way better than just a regular piece of wood. So let me cut this up, paint it up, and slap it on that door. Look at that. It looks great. Maybe I'll put this door on right away too, just because it looks so cool. Actually, no, I won't, because then it'll be a pain to do the rest of the construction in there. But I want to. It's tempting. All right. Why did I throw that on the ground? I need to cut that. Okay, so I got two sizes here. Let's see which one looks better. If I go like that, you know, call that one Thomas, because that seems like a bigger name, and this one's Stan, because that seems like a smaller name. I think I like Stan best. Stan the latch. What a stupid thing. I don't know why I just said that. Okay, I'm going to paint that, or get Ashley to paint that and put that on there. And we keep it, what did I say, classic and classy? I like it. I'll probably in the future make something more artistic to put here, but for now, this will work. There, well that was waiting to dry. The paint was waiting to dry, and it works perfect, by the way. But while it was waiting to dry, I also made up the Coop, recuperating Coop area for the most part. Now Ashley went inside to go make supper, and the game is about to start, so I just want to confirm with her that she actually likes this. It's pretty big, which makes the space in here pretty limited. So we may shrink it a little bit, or I don't know what. So I just got to figure that out. We might lower it. Could be anything. It's kind of high. So we'll figure it out. But for now, I'm going to head in, enjoy the game, and then tomorrow we'll get back at it. Well, next morning. Again. It's today is not tomorrow. Because yesterday we went to the open house over at Curiosity Inc. And if you want to know what that's all about, I'll have that video coming out after this one. But in the meantime, you can check out Alex's video. Perhaps I'll put the link in the description. But if you're wondering, we did win that game, which is good. And tonight, there's another game. So once again, I'm not going to have very much time to work on the coop, but it's a lot earlier in the day. Like, check it out, this piece of wood. I don't know if you can see that. It's still got frost all over it. It's not that cold today though, which is nice. Anyways, today is more of the same. Oh, this sucks. So yesterday, Ashley came out here and realized that the glass insert for the screen door got shattered somehow. It must have fallen over or something. So that sucks. I'll have to get a replacement pane for that. Unfortunately, that's a bummer, but nothing that we can't solve with a little new pane of glass. I thought I could say something witty there, but I couldn't. Anyways, we're gonna see what we can get done today. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Making progress all day long. Basically, I've been doing the inside of the coop here. Basically everything that still needs to be done with the bench top,
the recuperation coop, including the little gate that goes through it. And while I've been doing the inside stuff, Ashley and her friend Tegan have been, well, you can't really see, but she's taken down the, oh, there we go. Oh, how do you, she's been taking down the teepee part anyways, and then the perimeter fence. That's where our garden's gonna go. So basically just some yard maintenance while we have some nice weather instead of doing it all next year. Anyways, at this point, I'm doing the frame that goes around the window here. That's basically a removable guard, I guess you could say, so that the chickens can't get at the screen. Now how I'm going to do this, pretty simple, is I'm going to drill through the frame and like basically screw it to here, and then those holes that I make, I am then going to bore out so that I can fit a dowel in it, basically, so then it will pop on and off with a dowel. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have the frame screwed to the wall. Now each one of these screws is going to make a corresponding screw hole on the other side of this, obviously. And that's how I'll know where to bore my bigger hole to accept the dowel. And then the dowel will come through all the way to here. It'll be glued into this so that we can pop this off and on, and it'll stick into the hole. So I got one on each more or less corner. All right, now each one of these holes will be able to accept our dowels that are on the frame, and it should be able to fit pretty snug based on me not being able to drill completely straight. So just that little bit of off-kilterness will help it stay snug in there. That's as long as I'm able to get them all into the holes, which shouldn't be too difficult because they are pretty straight. Let's see. After tapping it in, fits nice and snug. Now I know where I can mark these to cut them so that they are flush, and then I can put in the grating on the other side so that it actually does what I want it to do. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked with this. It actually worked as I hoped it would. All right, there we go. So we have it on, and it looks pretty good, I would say. I know it's hard to see when the light is all coming in because the white balances gets all thrown all over the place, but there it is, and it comes off and goes on somewhat easily, which is the point. We don't want it to fall off or anything, or if a predator breaks through the window or whatever, we don't want them to be able to push this off. Like, it's pretty sturdy on there, but when you want to take it off, you're able to take it off. While I was waiting for the paint to dry on this, I decided to put the countertops on, or whatever you'd call them, bench tops on. And so those are done. They're not painted white because A, ran out of white paint, and B, Ashley thought it would be nice if we painted them kind of like a charcoal gray color. And I figured that was a pretty decent idea, so we're gonna do that. So let me just show you the progress that we've made today. So basically that room is done. This room is almost done. We got this storage area and prep area, I guess. Right, we have oh, that's kind of stiff now since it's been painted. That layer of paint makes it that much more tight, but that's okay. Wood also behaves in a certain, plywood not so much because of the way that it's engineered, but it moves and stuff. But I can always adjust that in time if we need to. We don't want the chickens being able to escape through here and then getting into this room necessarily. If they figure that out, that would be a bummer, but we could always put a latch on it or whatever. So we got that. We got our trim and everything. And then over here, we have our recuperation coop. This here is a step to get onto here, and then there will be steps going onto here. But I've run out of time. The game is going to start any minute, so I'm stopping from there. So yeah, we got step to get onto here, and then we'll have steps to get up into the loft. The last thing that I did today was I put on the door because I was running out of things to do whilst paint was drying, and I think it looks really decent. What do you guys think? Once the trim is on the outside, it'll look a lot more finished. We still need to do the trims and stuff here. We need to put our screen underneath the soffit and stuff, and then we got to put the actual soffit on after that, our fascia pieces. So there's still a decent amount to do, but we got a lot done. Ashley and her friend Tegan were doing a lot out here, which I think looks good. Fire's still going in the burn barrel. It's kind of nice that was left here, so we can use it. But yeah, that teepee thing, that was, I still get questions, by the way, of what that was used for. And that was basically a hawk deter, so like hawks couldn't come in and get the chickens, or eagles or whatever. And one of you guys actually told me it's because birds don't like flying through vertical lines, and I don't know why that is a thing, but if they were horizontal they can fly through that, but vertical they don't like to, maybe because their wingspan, I don't know. Anyways, they could have gone through the twine because it's very loose if they wanted to, but I guess it's a matter of figuring it out. Anyways, tore that down and got a lot of the fence taken off, and then the old wood burned, and yeah, that's where we're at. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna head back out here and see if I can't get another few hours of work on the coop, and then after that it's back to doing commission work because I need to do that. Just wanted to get the chicken stuff done before the snow flies, and we're gonna be able to put the birds in there real soon, which is awesome. Now I'm gonna go watch the game. I don't think this is gonna be a case where tomorrow doesn't happen. Tomorrow is probably gonna be tomorrow. You know what's funny? Today is tomorrow, but it almost wasn't, because I was almost gonna take the day off because it's cold today. It was voting day, and we took Hank for a walk in the neighborhood out where we do the voting thing. Cast your ballot, whatever. So it's 5 o'clock already because we just, started doing whatever we wanted. But then I was like, you know what? It's supposed to snow tomorrow. I should probably get some stuff done. So here I am, starting late, feeling lazy, but I want to get a couple things done, such as get this ladder in. So that's step one, and then stepping up there to get up top to the mezzanine level. I want to put this door on right here to get into the run. I should probably put that inside. And then on top of those kind of easier things is I want to figure out a way that I can make a door for here and for here, and then a platform that goes across as well. Not sure exactly what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be something functional for a ramp to at least lean on, so that the chickens can like walk up there, get into their holes. This one will probably always be closed or whatever, but we'll still have a platform there, and then a ramp that kind of like, so it's easier for them to get up there for like the bigger birds that we plan to get or may not get. So I want to do that. And then we do have wire for at least part of the run. I don't think I'll be able to get to that this time, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, right off the bat, bad news. The guy who gave me the cedar siding that I'm using, I've obviously used for here, but also plan to use for my flooring in my house, gave me this door, and the door I quite like. It looks cool, has some character to it.
but it's too big. It's too tall. I can't use it. So that sucks. I'm gonna have to go shopping for another door that is shorter. And I thought I would just be able to cut the bottom off this door, not realizing, which maybe I'll be able to do some adjustment here, but I didn't realize that just because of all like the different whatever patterning in it, I didn't want this to get too small, and I didn't want to take any off the top because that would look dumb. So I don't know what to do. Well, I do know what to do. First, I'm gonna see if I can remedy solution with what we have here. If not, I'll just go get another door, maybe tomorrow or another day. I'm not sure. We'll see. So I'm gonna put that on hold for now. I'm gonna head into the coop and put in the ladder because that's easy. Watch me do it. This piece up just for vanity basically. Then I got the ladder, although I guess it can serve as a step, and it worked out. I decided 16¼ inches. That's a good height for a straight up and down ladder, and it makes it so that you don't step awkwardly where you're like, where's the step? Oh, it's way down there. You don't want your steps to be too close together, but you also don't want them to be too far apart. And then this just happens to work with that. And then I put the handhold on top just so you can pull yourself up, and that keeps any like stuff that we store up here away from your basically your landing pad. So that is one thing off the list. Now on to the next. I guess I should probably also do the gable trim because that looks bad. Done, and it looks great. I did both of them. Basically, I did this one setting up a ladder, tacked it on there, and then I did the other one on the other side for above the coop, and they both look good. Now on to the next thing. Basically, go out here. I'm gonna do the doors. It's unfortunate this door doesn't fit. Let me just open that. Step in here. Got to do these doors, which are basically going to be plywood with some other sort of stuff on it just so it looks good, and it's going to be on a hinge, and it's going to latch, if you will, up here somewhere somehow. I might have to get some hardware for that, with a little ledge here for them, as I already explained. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Someone is practicing like a trombone or something. Their parents probably made them do it outside because it does not sound good. Can you hear that? Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I hope you could hear that. Not the part that I just did, but the other one. I really hope that comes up through. Anyways, back to work. I gotta pick up this door. It's all for that one dumb joke. Alright, so this is what we have so far. It's getting dark and it's getting cold, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to leave it at this. This is just that piece of wood that I use as temporary scaffolding on the other side. If you follow the regular vlogs as well, you know that I was planning on using it for my closet build, except for that it's cupped and cracked, so it's basically a useless piece of wood for me. I don't need it for anything. Normally I would use a piece of treated lumber here, but since this is garbage wood, I'll use that instead. It will rot eventually. What I'm going to do is paint all 4 sides of it, well, let's see, 6 sides of it, let's say, because I want it to last as long as possible. And since it's cupped, I have it, it's probably not possible to see, but it cups upside down, so it's rounded, so the water that goes on here will hopefully drip off of it. Normally I would just put a slight angle on it, but in this case I didn't have to. What I'm going to do after I paint it, it's not fastened on, I can take this off, but once I have it fastened and stuff, I will also caulk it and probably put some flashing underneath these here, right here. But when I caulk around everything here, especially here, I'll also probably put flashing here. It should help it last for a lot longer than if it's just bare lumber. But this is just basically a mock-up. Now here I put in a 2x4 versus 1x4. This is some old baseboard that I ripped out of the house back when I had first started doing renos on it. Anyways, the reason why I did that is because the door that swings is going to be accepted into this inset space easier, and then I'll just put a regular outdoor hinge here. It should work decent. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be able to get to those doors today because, I mean, it's getting dark. I don't know how easy it is to tell, but to me, it's getting dark. It's going to be dark really soon. Overall, I'm pretty stoked about this. I still have to, fill the holes and stuff so it looks nicer than having all these staple holes. Same with doing that on the inside of the coop. But yeah, I'm liking it. I have to do the trim around the door too. Oh, I guess if you wanted to know, the game last night, we lost 1-0. That was unfortunate. It was in the shootout. Oh well. Anyways, stay excellent, my friends. Keep kicking ass with both feet, and I'll see you on the next build. Stay tuned for the other vlogs coming up shortly.